Hello mga kasubs and welcome to the Sarsicles TV. You have me, Mark, and for this morning, uh, we are going to listen to something new. First time I heard of about this band. But before that, just want to share with you. Right now, here in the Philippines, there's this smog going on because one of our volcanoes, Taal, is emitting, those volcanic stuff. So if you are here in the Philippines watching this video, please be safe. Don't forget to wear face mask, especially when you are outside, and also limit your outdoor journeys or outdoor activities, if I may. Also, monkeypox as well is starting. There's one reported case. If I saw yesterday in the news, so please be careful, everyone. The recommendation comes from All Day Adventures, and the recommendation is DIXIE DREGS. I'm freaking out. So when I did a search, there's this audio only, and then there's this live performance. So of course, we're gonna go after the live performance. Lengthwise, both are above 9 minutes. I think this one is longer because it's a live performance. So there's an extra couple of seconds, hopefully something like an exhibition or something. We're gonna find out in a bit. So before we give it a go, just a quick thank you to all our viewers, subscribers, members, and sponsors. Maraming salamat sa inyong suporta. And without any further delays, let us give this song a go in three, two, and one. Sorry about this, guys. So there will be an ad played. So a bit of an interruption. If you want to watch this from your convenience with no interruption, hopefully you have a YouTube subscription. There's a link in the uh, description, so you may use that one. So we will. No thanks. So we'll just wait for the ads to pass, and we can continue with our reaction. Hmm. Oh, unskippable ad. Okay. Okay, let's continue. And that's the end of the song. So it wasn't until 5 minutes 20 seconds into the video that I realized it's an instrumental. You can see when I hover my mouse over the lower portion, that's where I saw that. Oh, okay, so it's already 5 minutes. It honestly didn't felt like 5 minutes because it's like it felt to me that it was just the intro, so maybe like the first 1 hour 30 seconds of the song. But you know that's when something sounds really good. Yeah, you don't notice time. Sometimes time is not noticeable. The first note, that dung, it sounded like it automatically reminded me of. Okay, so this is a different song. It reminded me of what do they call this? It reminded me of November Rain. That popular keyboard piano intro by Axl Rose. So that one, so that note. Ding, 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 ding. For those of you who are also from the Philippines, you probably know Alamid. So that note also reminded me of. Let me pause this. It also reminded me of Alamid's Your Love. Dong. Tigidigidigiding, tigidigidiging, tininininininininining, ting, ting, ting. So it goes to show that so that this piano piece went for I think a little over or around a minute. So very very cool keyboardist here. You can see how he shifted from like some sort of love song ish intro, and then he turned it into what it felt to me like a suddenly into a rock ballad. And then something new I don't usually hear in songs is this. This is how I described it. So it's a harmonic. So when you put your finger at a certain place in the string on the string, and then you partially put your finger on it. Not enough to press it against the fretboard, but just put it on top, giving you that harmonic sound like tung tung tung. But this one is um, it's either too much pressure or not enough contact to give you that harmonic sound, resulting into like some sort of like muted harmonic. The only time I heard this, what comes to mind is a local song called uh, Sa pagtulog ng aking mata, Mata ng Diyos by Wolfgang. Tuk, 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 ting, ting, tik, tik, tik. Yeah. And probably no, no, no. I was about to say Puddle of Mud's Blurry, but that one is an actual harmonic. It wasn't like muted. But I do heard but the acoustic version that they did was probably muted. I'm just not sure if it was deliberate or unintentional. So just check it out if you want to if you want to. So let's go to the that muted palm muting sound. I didn't get the timestamp. So let me just fast forward a bit. Okay, so the piano piece was almost like 2 minutes. Okay, almost. See this part. Yeah. So it's simply like putting just your finger on top of the string, but not putting enough pressure to make an actual a whole sound, if I may. So very cool style. Uh, Guitar tone, I would describe it as like murky wet. Like it's like old school, like 70s, 60s rock. But what's nice about this tone is that it is very accommodating in terms of their setup of having a violinist, um, because the violin has a more how would I say, it's more on the higher register compared to the guitar tone, so they complement each other, and with that keyboard as well serving as like some sort of a supplementary sound with that. um, how if I would compare that sound, um, maybe John Lord's keyboard tune or tone, like the click click click. Hard to mimic because it's hard to mimic the sound. But if you listen carefully, let's see if we can get to that part, that intro where. So we just have to fast forward to this to the guitarist going to distorted. This part we can't hear the guitar. Let's see if we can hear it when he goes back to clean tone. Wait, let's see if we can hear it when you go back to the clean tone. Yeah, but it's more of a the keyboard in that part serve more of a like a minor rhythm part. So yeah, let's just go forward. Too easy and the showmanship. When I watch him do the his instrumental like lead-ish part, looking at the his body language, because we can't see his facial expression because of the we selected low quality so that there's no interruption in the play. But if you look at his body language, the way he plays the guitar doesn't look difficult. But if you make another, let's say another guitarist who is more on showmanship, do a cover of his work, you know those guitarists who do those facial expression that you know, and then putting their guitar upright, they just charge it too much with emotion. So there are some who does it just fine, that you really can feel the drama, the intensity of the guitar play. But for some, they overdo it to a point where it just looks comical. And then there's this guy who plays it as if maybe it's his natural body language, but he, because of that, he makes it look like what he's doing is actually easy to do. So for those who are like starting in a band, they'd probably choose this as a cover because they would assume that, oh, it looks easy. You can see the level of difficulty by the way, by his posture, by the way he plays the guitar. So it's always like this, and he doesn't put it upright, so he doesn't need to reach out on the higher frets or what have not. But the truth is, the techniques that he showed, like, excuse me, I have to cough. Thank you for the mute. So when he does those muted harmonic, and then those nice bends, those sustained bends, it sounds easy, but of course, for you to achieve that, your guitar has to be properly intonated. Your string must be not so old, but doesn't necessarily have to be brand new, but it has to be well maintained. um, your hands should be you have to be warmed up so that your hands can be steady, and is it ambidextrous, or it has to be like bendy and flexible, and all those stuff. So in terms of showmanship, I would say it's just right. You see, he's just being cool and just simple with his playing style, focused more on the sound rather than the visual aesthetics. The bass, I like the sound of the bass, very thumpy. But with this sound, he achieves this by, I guess, minimizing or reducing the sustain so that it has that thunk, thunk, thunk. It has that thumpy sound, and it mixes well with the drums, which I will discuss later. Now, if you look closely, I guess with that tone of his bass sound, it really is with the wood that was used. It looks he's a tall guy, so the guitar would look like a normal size. But if it were me holding it, so I'm about like 5'5", 5'4", so I'm a short guy with big dreams. Now going back, so if I were to hold this guitar, this his bass guitar, it would probably like dwarf me, because you can see how the neck goes. It's like twice the length of this of the body of the guitar, maybe three times the length. So it's quite long. So if we are gonna hold it upright, so it's probably from the floor up until his chest, or just a little bit, a couple of inches below the chest. So it's very long. So that gives that distinct tone of his bass. Plus, of course, the electronics that were used. Maybe it is an in-house, or maybe it is a branded. pickup as well, but definitely nice sounding. I would probably say that this would come close, or even it would be hard for me to distinguish the sound of this bass from a music match bass tone. Let me know in the comments if you agree or not, or if you know the make and model of this bass. Let me know as well. In regards to the style, the sound of his bass would sound like he is like using his fingers to pick it. Just like the usual bass, and based on the. But it's hard to tell with the way he puts his arm on top of his bass, the way he rests his arm, because it could have been played as well as if he were using a pick. Look closely as I play a couple of seconds, and let me know if he was using a pick or if he was just using his fingers. See, the first few seconds, it's like he's using this, but at the latter part, before I hit pause, you can see his hand going this. So it might be a combination of both. I remember Misa, the bassist of Bandmade. She switches in between within the song. He switches by, so if she were using a pick, he's like this, and then when she will use her hands, she will settle the pick here, somewhere here in the middle of her palm, and then it will allow her to, use her fingers to play the bass. And then when he's back, she it's a camera, sorry, she'll probably like switch it back, slide it back to her fingers, and then play. That's how I remember on how she plays, because she switches between the songs. Maybe the guy's doing the same. It's hard to see with the low quality, but let me know in the comments for those who know the band. The instrument So this one I mentioned already, realizing it was instrumental halfway. So the tight drum, so along with that thumpy bass, the drums works very close with the bass, especially when he's thumping, like thunk thunk thunk. He matches it with the bass drum, so it's like doof, doof, doof. So when you hear them play both together in the group, it sounds very solidly bassy, like doof, 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 doom, 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 so very tight play. That's what I like about this particular partnership. And also there's this moment as well where somewhere around 5 minute 27 onwards, where the drums now also grooves with the keyboard. You know, so very technical drums. You can see from the hardware, the guy is here, but the cymbal goes all the way to this part. So I'm not sure how he is able to reach it, or maybe depending on the song, they set up the drums, which I find uh, maybe not, or maybe there's a percussion set here, which is set up for a different song. So let me know in the comments what you think. But it looks like the actual kit is only up to this one, or maybe this one, and then this one is a different drum kit, maybe for a different song, or maybe for a guest band in between, or maybe it's a percussion for a different for one of their songs, which is specially set up for that particular song. Anyway, let me know in the comments. So many questions, so little time. So there you have it. That's my reaction. Let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments. And if you haven't done it yet, these are the stuff you can do to show loving to our channel. Please do as many as you can. Don't forget to tell your family and friends about the Sarsicles TV. Sharing is caring, and most importantly, stay safe, everyone. I'll see you on the next video.